Yet another extremely late hockey game. And my mindset was like, please, for the love of God, give me a reason to stay up for this game. Stayed up to watch the Leafs lose 4-3 in overtime. Watch them be down 3-1. Watch them come back and tie it. And lose in overtime. They're now 4-3-1 on the year. And I'm not really mad at the loss. It's the fact that it's 1 o'clock in the morning. And I got to get up at 5. And I stayed up to watch that. First period. I don't know how many times, Leaf fans, we have to talk about it. But starting on time. This team is awful starting on time. Whether it's a period or whether it's a game. Like, I think in every win this year, they've had to come from behind to win. Because they were talking about it today, and it's like, well, the Leafs have a chance now to get their 5th comeback, come from behind, win. Well, they only have 4 right now. You can do the math. That would be all of their wins. And 26 seconds into the game, Logan Couture scores. And it's 1-0. 26 seconds in. Yeah, then David Kampf scores. Really nice play. Marner centers to Kerfoot, who kind of lays it on a platter for David Kampf, who wires it past the goaltender at 5:14. Marner, Kerfoot grab assists in the goal. And they were tied at 1. Good stuff, right? Head into the intermission. Leafs winning in shots 9-5. Game's tied 1 apiece. After giving up the first goal 22 seconds in, the fact that you're tied and winning in shots, not a bad idea. Then you got to come out in the second, and you got to come out and start on time. Well, they don't. Within the first 5 minutes, they have a 2-man advantage against them. But a full 2-minute 2-man advantage. And of course, San Jose scores on both. Logan Couture scores on the power play at 5:15, and Timo Meier scores at 5:57, and we're down 3-1 less than 6 minutes into the second period. Mitch Marner scores late in the period, 23 seconds left in the second period. Marner from Riley and Kerfoot. Again, yay. You get back in the game. And to make it a 1-goal game, shots were 14-6 in favor of the Sharks there in the second period. It's a 1-goal game. You head into the third period, full period to go. Leafs can find a way to score 1 here. And a really nice passing play on the power play with Tavares with a cross-seam pass to Morgan Riley. And Riley lays on a platter for Matthews to the point, and he blasts it on, bar down and in for his second goal of the season. And we are tied at 3. 5:38 into the third period. We're feeling good. You got a tied game. You've come from behind 2 goals, even though you shouldn't have to be doing this night after night. They did it today. And they had some golden opportunities in the third period. Matthews had a shot right in the slot. Good stop by Kähkönen. I believe Marner had a shot that missed the net up high. It was kind of a broken play, but he had a brilliant opportunity. Marner with a brilliant pass to John Tavares, kind of same spot as Austin Matthews, stopped by Kähkönen. Engvall had a chance on the backhand, hits the side of the net. At least get a power play, right? Karlsson takes the penalty to give Matthews the goal to tie the game, and Karlsson, not very long after that, takes another penalty. You can't capitalize. You had your opportunities. You didn't capitalize. We go to overtime. A missed pass from Riley, trying to go across the cross seam to Rasmus Sandin. It's picked off, and Erik Karlsson on a breakaway undresses Erik Källgren, and he scores 57 seconds in, and that's your hockey game. Look, Leaf fans, I know we're all upset, when we lose a game and when we win a game. Hey, you excited? I see comments on Twitter, and it's the most cancerous place to be, let's be honest. But whenever they win, it's doing the playoffs. Whenever they lose, they're the worst team, they're the worst franchise, and it's like they suck and this. And look, as a Leaf fan, do you feel that way a little bit? Yeah, you do. Because look, we've been through it enough to know what the regular season looks like. But then when they're struggling in the regular season as they are so far to start the season, it's even more painful. I didn't think it could get worse. But here we are. Erik Källgren allowed 4 goals on 31 shots. At that, again, he kept the team in it after they allowed the 3-1 goal. He did settle in and did a really good job the rest of the way. Stopped all 10 shots there in the third period. It's unfortunate he got absolutely undressed in overtime, but again, with no Elias Samsonov in the net, Eric Schelger went out there and did what he could. Mitch Marner had a goal and an assist today. Morgan Riley had a couple assists. Alex Kerfoot had a couple assists. Shots on goal in the third period were 10 apiece, and in overtime, they had both the shots on goal to the Sharks. Shots on goal for the game were 31-25 in favor of San Jose. And special teams-wise, Leafs were 1 for 4 in their power play. San Jose was 2 for 3 on their power plays. Man, it is so hard to find the energy to do this for a few reasons. 1, I'm exhausted. 2, this team is painful in so many different aspects. And thank God, and I didn't realize this until I saw the comment in the comment section after the last video, that this game tonight was the last one at like 10 o'clock. The next is like, the next latest is like 9. And I'm like, oh, thank goodness. I can't do these anymore. It makes me feel like garbage in the morning. Luckily I had a nap earlier, but who knows how I'll feel tomorrow, right? But as for the Leafs, they got to figure this thing out. And my key is this. Start on time. It sounds simple, doesn't it? You come out of the gate, legs are going, get that first goal, buzz. It just seems very difficult for this team to do that, though. They give up the first goal a ton. They might have, scored the first goal maybe twice this season? Out of the 8 games we've played, maybe twice? And it feels like every game we're trailing by a goal or 2 and having to come back in a game. And it shouldn't be the case with this squad. They should be able to score, first thing. And yes, I understand the decor is depleted and whatnot, but that wasn't the problem today. And it really hasn't been much of the problem all year long. You haven't been giving up a ton of goals. Samsonov's been great. He's been fantastic. You look at Samsonov's numbers and you're like, man, the Leafs record should be a lot better than it is. And you are right. But it's just been very painful because they're starting games awful. And if we're looking at anything to look at in the LA Kings game on Saturday, thank God it's a 7 o'clock puck drop. I apologize for King fans, but that's a 4 o'clock puck drop on a Saturday. Like, that's it. That's ugly. But for Leaf fans, thank God, 10 o'clock puck drops. Like, come to think of it, none of the teams on the West Coast ever have to deal with late games. Because if they're either playing local time or they're playing early with any sport. So I don't envy you guys for the 4 o'clock. I would love to have some of those. But either way, the thing I'm looking forward to the most in this game is starting on time. Get that first goal. Because we all know the West Coast swing, no matter how iffy these teams can be, right? Because one year the Kings weren't great. The Sharks still aren't the greatest. The Ducks are not really sure where they're at as of yet. Hell, I haven't looked at the standings or any team because right now the Leafs are so painful to watch. But those are teams that the Leafs should be able to beat. Now, you got a point tonight, which I guess is okay. You're 1-1 on the road trip so far, so it's okay. You can right the ship if you win the next couple of games. You beat Anaheim, you beat LA, and your 3-1-1 road trip doesn't look half bad. But start on time. Get the first goal. Get the confidence going early. Instead of putting yourselves in a hole less than a minute into the game and then having to crawl back into it. Because yes, this team can score and they can come back. But you don't want that to be the MO all year long, because come playoff time, if you're putting yourself in a hole in games, good teams will shut you down. So start on time. That's my thing for Saturday's game against the LA Kings at 7 o'clock. But I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. You know what I thought it's going to do for this one? If you guys enjoyed the video and, I don't know, did you enjoy Matthew's shot? That's all I got. Hit that like button. Do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game, what you like, what you not like from today's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Twitter link is down below. So follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow, Raptors edition, 7:30 tip-off. Oh, early starts. You got to love it. And they're facing off against the Philadelphia 76ers. And you know what we love to see in the last game for the Raptors? Effort. Effort. They started on time, and they played a really good 48 minutes, and they won. The Leafs should take some notes. Albeit it's only game 8 of the season, so I'm not going to lose my mind too much as of yet. 7:30 tip-off for the Raptors there tomorrow, and as for the Leafs, their game is on Saturday against the LA Kings at 7 o'clock. That video will probably be uploaded the next day. Got some Halloween, festivities to go through there on Saturday, so probably not going to be able to do the video that night. And you know what? It might be nice to get a little reprieve for myself, watching the Leafs and stressing out so much. But no matter what, they will take on the LA Kings on Saturday night, 7 o'clock, puck drop there in LA at the Staples, forget it. Staples Center. I don't care. Crypto.com nonsense. Staples Center for me. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And not really the game today. We'll talk to you guys then.